Oh, because we're live. No.
We're live! All right, sorry. Last minute planning here and gift giving ideas. So it's a little crazy. Alrighty, just a
Poquito.
little. Today's video we decided is gonna be a little different. It might be a little hard for us. I know Wally's he'll jump in on the LRP Luv stuff, but for the story time, he's gonna be here for emotional support. So are the oils. Yeah. So you may need tissues. I don't know if you're a very emotional person, especially with emotional stories. It can, if you're like me, sometimes it can just make you cry out of nowhere. Yeah. All right. But we're not just sharing this story to share the story. It's hard for me to share this, as all I knows. And some of you know a little bit of my background, a little bit of our story of how we came to Wisconsin. That's kind of what we're going to focus on. And then something that happened in my life 8 years ago, around this time. And so we'll talk about that and how how I noticed a difference. And we can see if Wally wants to, he can chime in and say, yeah, I noticed it would be amazing to have had these oils, or I definitely recommend. If you know people who go through really hard times emotionally, that these are going to be amazing. And we're going to talk more about them. So I'm referring to the emotional aromatherapy set, okay? So we're going to talk about that really quick. Just looking at that. So when I talk about the emotional aromatherapy, they are 5 small bottle blends. And one of them this month.
6.
Am I counting wrong? I am. 6! Thank you! I counted wrong. All right. So there are 6. And they come in the bottle form here that you can put in your diffuser, put on something, make your own roller balls with. And one of them this month is 10% off. So you still have time through the end of this month, and maybe this video will entice you if you didn't do an order or didn't order this for 10% off. It's the Passion oil, okay? This is an amazing one. It's an inspiring blend, and it's one we go through a lot. I always make sure I have it, especially in very tough times. And right now, it's been an interesting week. Anytime there's loss, I feel like it's a time for us to really we evaluate. We kind of sit there and just think about things and look at life and look at our faith and our faith life and our faith walk. And this is a month that I always do that. It's a very emotional month for me. So that's why we want to talk about these, because even with the winter blues, we're going to talk about these oils tomorrow in our live for our Beat Those Winter Blues. And it doesn't have to just be in the winter. Sometimes you have those winter blues in the summer, but these are an amazing oil combo, duo. How do you say it when there's 6 of them? They're great for
Sextet.
Thank you. My nose is running. It also comes in the roller ball touch form, and they're part of the reason I want to share this story now is we had an amazing BOGO, and some of those oils in that BOGO this last week were ones that are huge on our house. They get us through a lot of very tough emotional seasons and times, and have been helpful for a lot of people we know. So it's partly what spurred us on to talk about this, because I know we talked about the oils, but I was very hesitant to talk about our story and a little bit of my story and things I've been through. So the ones that were on our BOGO, if you did not get them, it was the Motivate and Cheer, correct? Touch. So part of the emotional aromatherapy kit. Those were in there. And then the last day, which was like my favorite, was the Serenity. Apparently I did not bring my, yeah, I did. Serenity and Balance. So if you bought the Serenity, you got the Balance free, something like that. And these are 2 we go through a lot, and they're ones I'm going to reference and mention in this video today. All right, so we're going to do story time, and we're going to get into LRP Luv. You ready for this? I'm not ready. Can you tell? So, about 8 years ago, some of you know that my brother had taken his life, and we were dating at the time, and we actually, I'm sure Wally is like me, we can picture exactly where we were when we got the news, when I got that phone call we were sitting and studying. I know he had his guitar out. He was sitting at my desk studying. I was sitting on my bed studying, doing homework, and it was hard. It was very shocking, and in some ways it wasn't for me, but it was because I thought my brother was doing a lot better. I knew he had attempts on his life before this, and that's why I thought, he was seeing a counselor, he was getting help. You think things are okay. Anytime you may have had a loved one or someone go through that, a loss of a loved one through suicide even, and just the loss in general, it's emotional, it's hard, right? It's a very, sometimes numbing experience. So I would say I was doing somewhat okay, just like getting home, dealing with that. Yes, it was very hard, it was emotional. But coming back, there was a lot of kind of emotional abuse that went on while I was there and even after the fact from family. And it wasn't the best. I mean, Wally was there. He was amazing. I had support. I had a counselor. I had a lot of things I was doing. I didn't have the oils. And if I were to fast forward 4 years from then, because that was 2011 when I got the oils, I remember us kind of going, where were these 4 years ago? I wish we would have had these oils a long time ago, especially Balance and Serenity. They are huge in our house. So we did get to experience, fasting forward to about almost 3 years ago now. It'll be next month, 3 years. And I think it was next month. Maybe it's April. April will be 3 years. Sorry, guys. It's all kind of in the same time frame. So 3 years ago, we had our first miscarriage. And again, some of those same emotions, this petrified feeling that you get. I mean, I got to where I couldn't sing in front of people with my brother, and I stopped journaling, and that's something I'm still working on. I have not been able, there's parts of you that feel like they disappear, and there's things that you used to love or used to do on a regular basis, and you find you don't. And I was finding that, feeling that numbness again, and I was just praying, okay, Lord, I don't want to feel this way. And I had been using the oils all the way through. They made a huge difference, I would say. I definitely feel like, yes, the healing process was long, but every time I kind of looked at things and went, oh my goodness, how am I going to get through today? How am I going to put one foot in front of the other? And a lot of times I remember you telling me that is, just take it one step at a time. He kept reminding me of that, and I would remind him of that because it was hard for both of us having a miscarriage. There's the excitement of having your first child, and it's hard to go, you're excited about it, and then it's like, wait a minute, okay, we got to rethink this. What's going on? And then emotionally, it's hard for both in a different way. I think you would agree. I mean, it was hard for you, but you question. Same with when my brother committed suicide. You question, what else could I have done? I wish I would have spent more time. I wish I would have done something differently. What could I have done? And you start blaming yourself. You start putting it on yourself, and you don't sleep as well. Your whole body just kind of struggles. Emotionally, those emotions take over. To top it off, we were grieving that. We ended up moving. So while I had a job interview, it'll be 3 years ago in April, that same week we had the miscarriage. I think it was a couple days later we flew. I think it was. I don't even think it was a week. He was pushing me around in a wheelchair because physically my body was not up to that. And so it was just trying to make light of the pain in the process. And part of the reason that led us, one, he felt called to move on from where we were. We loved being in Colorado. And going through that, though, before we even knew we were pregnant, we were kind of going through that process where Wally was interviewing. We just knew God was calling us to leave Colorado and my work situation, because it was a very abusive work situation. So I was using a lot of oils to get me through that. A lot of, I think, yoga, prayer, counseling. What else were we doing? We were very physically active all the time, and that helped a lot too. So we, I don't know what that is. Getting notifications, guys. We were in this kind of flux of changes, and then we threw in this miscarriage, and it was just, that was really a sign that, yeah, when we found out what caused the miscarriage, it was my body shutting down. And that helped me emotionally go, okay, so really there wasn't anything else I could have done. And we knew we were doing the steps that we needed to take care of us as a family and take care of myself and get myself out of that situation. So I just remember we were driving here, and I was very numb. And I know Wally was very excited, but we were both kind of numb, going, wait a minute, there's a part that's gone, that we didn't realize that was there. Living with in-laws was hard, and we love them. We were so grateful. I mean, that was a huge blessing. That was something we needed, but it's different. You guys know, being in your own home, being somewhere, I feel like it kind of prolonged my grieving because I didn't want to cry. I didn't want to show my emotions. I knew, you know, when I know people don't quite understand, it's hard for me to open up that way. And I physically was still just struggling. My body was still trying to get on track. And then we lost both of our dogs while we were waiting to find our home here. And we threw that on top. And I was already numb. And I remember, I think, looking at you and going, why am I not, I should be crying more. I feel like I should be crying more because I loved our pets. And I think that was the moment you're like, okay, what do we need to put in the diffuser? What oils? Because emotionally, I was so numb, it was scary. And it was scary for me. There was a lot I was doing, but those emotions, I think, really helped me to grieve, for both of us to grieve, for both of us to kind of process and go through. And balance was one of them. Serenity was another one, especially at night, to help me fall asleep, because a lot of times we needed that. Lavender in there was amazing. It was very soothing, very calming. It's a great one when someone's grieving or needing some calming in their life, and just feeling still, because your emotions are going and you might feel numb, but you need that moment of stillness. I want to say passion was another one, because I felt like I had no passion. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life, because I didn't have my job. I really wasn't working. I don't remember if it was just me being at home, but I know I looked at you and said, I want to do doTERRA. We had our account. I had shared stuff with people. But what was getting me through that time was also sharing oils with people and seeing how they were helping them. And I think that was helping you as well. I know I had encouragement the whole time from Olive. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Then I couldn't share my story of what I was going through and what I was using. It was too hard. And it's still hard to share sometimes those tough days, those emotional days. But I will say they have made a difference. They have been a tool in our arsenal when there's been traumas or a lot of loss, because we've experienced a lot of loss. And I think console has been another one. At times forgive. So when you go through that grieving process, there are those different stages. And the emotional aromatherapy kit was huge in getting through some of those stages, because it was just like, there's so much anger some days. I don't know if you had that. Sometimes for me, I was very angry at God. Okay, you got me excited. You had this on my heart that I was gonna be a mom, and I was super excited, and Wally was excited, and I felt like I was letting Wally down as a wife. And there's times I say that, I just feel sorry. I can't provide a child for you. And it's in my heart, and he'll always remind me of the Bible and stories, and that, we can't give up. And there's times you want to. I'm sure you've been there. You know someone who's been there. So that's why I'm sharing this, hopefully for you guys to go, wow, these do help. They do get you through. And the oils are all there to help us physically and emotionally. And sometimes the emotional part, I don't know if you would agree, is the hardest part to get through, to heal from. I think with that miscarriage, it really took over a year for me to feel, for us to be able to start trying again. I emotionally was not ready. And of course, right after that, we had another miscarriage. And it wasn't as long as an early miscarriage. But again, it was hard. It brought back those flooding memories. It brought back that pain that we were feeling before. And it continues to do that. And there's times I always know through those hard times, I always say, God's going to use this for good. He's going to use my story, what I've gone through, to help someone else. And I truly believed that. There are times I didn't want to believe that because I just didn't want to have to deal with it. And I dealt with very severe depression. And I know everyone deals with it in a different way. I thankfully didn't have to take any prescriptions. That was something I didn't want to do because of knowing how they make me feel, and sometimes you had to take something else on top of it to help with the symptoms or things it might cause. And so I really did a lot of research into how the oils over the last few years helped with emotions. Still learning, but it was very fascinating. That was a whole realm of the oils I did not understand, and I didn't really get. I mean, I knew it could work that way. Scientifically, it made sense to me. But until I went through it, I didn't really know how much of a benefit they could have. To this day, yes, it's still hard. It is hard to talk about us having miscarriages. And Wally's a trooper too. It's hard for him, but I would say you can probably agree the oils have really, in those times, it helps us have that hope again, and to remember that this is going to help other people, and that this is why we do what we do. This is why we share the oils, why we share the supplements and everything, because they've changed our lives. They've helped us get through those hard times, and when those memories come back, we at least know we have something. It's like our comforting blanket to go, okay, today I need some passion. Today I need some motivate. I need to feel encouraged. I need some console. And that's been huge. And yeah. Would you agree? Yeah, this is hard for both of us to talk about. And that's partly why I want to share. I can go, if you guys want more in depth, more of the story, more kind of what I did, kind of the steps I took, a little bit more detail to that. I'd be happy to do a different video and share that with you guys, so let me know. But yes, that's a little bit of kind of what brought us here and got me to my point where I am. And I know there's some friends that have said, you know, from the day that we moved here, they see a whole new person. And it was a long journey. And I said, yeah, I was grieving that whole time. And Wally could probably agree, I was internally struggling and emotionally dealing with a lot. And still sometimes do. There are triggers. There are times, like now with losing another family member this weekend, it makes you think about a lot of things. It reminds you of a lot. And my recommendation is definitely get your support. Get those people that are there for you and can encourage you and help you in those times. And definitely pray, or if you're someone who meditates, meditate. Use those oils. They are going to be huge. That balance and serenity, they are a go-to. Wally notices a difference when I have a really cranky day. It's like, okay, have you used some of the oils today? You know, I haven't done my routine. Or even missing out on like the lifelong vitality pack. That will help even through those times. And sometimes it's the hardest thing to do. You don't want to be taking care of yourself when you feel that crummy. When you're going through depression, you get to where you don't care. So having someone, like having a spouse that can really be there for you. Are you falling asleep now? Sorry, Willie. Will be helpful. So it's a little bit about my background and some of the things we've been through, and hopefully if you know anyone that is going through those things, or if they need someone to talk to, we definitely can be there and talk to them. And just know it is a daily struggle, it's a daily battle, especially those with depression or anxiety. But the good news, I have seen so many people when I share, these are some things that worked for me, these are some of the oils, they come back and they're able to say, hey, I'm feeling so much better, thank you. I am able to, wake up and not feel as exhausted as I was, and I'm able to get through my day feeling more at peace than I had been. So highly recommend using all those oils in emotional aromatherapy and the Balance and Serenity. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about what's in those, what they do, and when to use them. So we will be talking about that. But on to some more exciting stuff, less emotional. We're going to talk about our upcoming events. You ready? You're falling asleep. He's tired.
Because I haven't eaten lunch because I made you lunch.
You need to go eat lunch, honey. See, he takes care of me. I don't deserve this.
Keep going.
Take care of yourself. All right, so we have some make and take / team meeting coming up in Orlando. I want to announce this one first so that you guys can mark your calendars. Those of you that are in Florida. Yes, that means you, Lisa. We've reached out to many of you. If we missed you, let us know. But we are working on planning some make and takes, some time to meet one-on-one and do a monthly team workshop down there in Florida. And we will hopefully, if I remember or we're able to, we'll try and go live so that everyone that's not in Florida can see what we're up to and what we're doing some of those times. So there, we are going to be there the 4th through the 7th of May. So mark your calendars and let us know, because we want to connect with all of you and love to meet all of you. I know you see our faces. Wally won't be there. He'll be working. But Linda, Peters, and I will be down there. And yeah, I'm really excited to meet a lot of you and talk to you. And I know sounds like we're going to get some massages too. Super excited. All right, next thing we have is tomorrow. I was mentioning we're going to talk about the emotional aromatherapy kit. We're going to talk about that and a couple other oils that are great for beating those winter blues and different things that'll help with that. So you want to make sure you're watching live. We are going to go live in the event and then share from the event that live video on the main page. So that way you guys see it and you don't get confused of where you're going. But if you're able to see the event and that you already said you're going, it should pop up in your notifications. All right, and then March 1st is our next team workshop. So here in Grafton at 6 p.m. So that's Friday. That's this coming Friday. Yeah, scary. Can't believe it. It's gonna be the 1st. So we're gonna have new great promotions that month from doTERRA coming out. We're gonna talk about those. We're gonna talk about sharing your oils, and we did last time, like, what's in your bag? So what are you carrying with you? And we went through and talked about why. So we're gonna kind of do a variation on that again this time, and we'll try and go live again and do that for you guys as well, so you all who are not local can be a part of it. And then the make and take theme is going to be green clean, because we're getting into hopefully spring here. We have so much snow that you can be green clean on the inside. We'll just do that. So we're going to do green clean for our make and take, which means making homemade cleaning products, but they are healthy and natural and non-toxic, and they're going to be nice and safe, and they smell amazing. So we're going to go through that. All right. So we've got some winners for LRP Luv and some giveaway gifts that we're giving away this month as well, for the end of the month. All right, so we have, can you say that one?
Go ahead and say it then.
I'll let you do it.
Mika
Lawrence. Thank you for doing your LRP. You've been doing your LRP a lot lately, and we appreciate it. I know you're loving your oils, and your kiddos are loving their oils too. She is getting, what is she getting, Wally? Can you tell them? Tell them.
LLV sample pack.
Yay! So, because we have this lovely new Lifelong Vitality packaging, you are getting several of these to do a 7-day sample pack to try our Lifelong Vitality vitamins. They are wonderful and amazing. And we have another winner that is getting this, and this is going to be from Linda Peters.
I can't even read that name.
Nancy Dargan? Maybe I said it wrong. Nancy! I don't think I wrote down your name correctly, the last name. But Nancy D from Linda Peters, you are getting a 1-week supply of the LLV. So you're going to have your instructions how to take it, and you're going to have several of these little packets for 1 week to try and see what you think. All right, next, and always let us know if it's something you want to try and you haven't tried. Let us know. We would be happy to hook you up and get you some. All right, the next winner we have
Emily
Lacing. Congratulations. Thanks for doing your orders. I'm really excited. I know you haven't been trying the skincare, at least so far. I haven't heard that you've been trying the skincare. So you're going to get a little 4 sample of the Virage skincare line, and you're going to get a little booklet in there talking about each one and how to use it. And I think it's about a week. I'm not positive how many days. It might be 2 weeks. I'm not positive on that one. So congratulations, that'll be coming to you. That's from us. And I believe you have some LLV stuff coming to you because I forgot to send it. Otherwise, you're getting bonus extra. All right, and then we have from Lisa Fleeman. She is giving to Ashley Kelly.
She expects me to read her scribbles. I'm the one that's supposed to have bad penmanship here.
She's getting lavender and some 5 ml rollers, so you can make your own little roller balls and give as gifts, or maybe do a little get together with some friends with your oils and make some roller balls with them. So congratulations. Thanks for doing your LRP Luv or your LRP order. We love that, and that's why we give back to you guys. So that's coming from Lisa Fleeman down in Florida. And then Lisa is giving to Linda Peters. Congratulations. Thank you for doing your team building and continuing to share your oils and be there for people and doing all the events you're doing and being in the community. You and Joe have been awesome at doing that, a great example. So we want to thank you for being one of our top builders and just sharers in general. And so you're going to get a special prize. It's going to be a handmade gift from Lisa. So I can't wait. You'll have to share with us what you get. I don't know exactly what it is. So I just know that you're going to get a nice special prize that's handmade from Lisa. And I know you're going to love it. All right. Someone's telling me he's hungry. So we wanted to remind you that we have our 30-day cleanse/toxin-free kind of living challenge. And we have been wrapping that up. I've been posting those here on the main page, and then I've been posting in the group that I created as well. So please continue to share, because we like people that comment. And if you're commenting, I am noticing and I'm keeping track of that. And you might get something fun as a prize for doing that. So yeah, anytime I have posts and I have questions, even on this main page, comment, share, give us some insight, because we love to have that feedback and hearing from you and what you're using and what you're experiencing. And that doesn't go unnoticed. All right, then we have our Oil of the Month Club, which this was the free oil this month. So people got their lavender touch. And so you can write about lavender as just the regular oil in its large bottle form, or you can talk about the lavender touch, how you're using it, if you're diffusing it, where you're rolling it on, are you doing it morning, night, why you're using it. Maybe you created a blend, maybe you with the lavender in it. Definitely share those recipes, putting it in the diffuser. Maybe you put it in some homemade chocolates. I don't know. Maybe you made something tasty that way. So let us know how you're using your lavender, and that will be ending on, of course, the last day of the month. So the first will be a new Oil of the Month Club and post, and we will be drawing next month for our winner on the comments and creativity. All right. So we talked about Passion being 10% off and then our free oil this month. But if you did your order by the 15th, was the Lavender Touch. Now, the other thing to keep in mind, you have a few days left, 4 days left to get some new enrollments. So that means new wholesale members. So anyone who enrolls with you and with doTERRA will get the red mandarin, which you cannot buy right now. It's a wonderful oil. And the Serenity. So we're talking about how amazing that oil is, especially for emotional times and needing some rest and relaxation. That is an amazing blend. So your new people will get that. Plus, we are throwing in, as a thank you from the Essential Life family, we are throwing in a free, if they do 100 PV order or kit, they are getting a body wash or a lotion from the spa products. If they do 200, so they do a larger kit, or more, they're gonna get both the body wash and the lotion, and they are amazing. So definitely get on that. And then if you personally share with enough people and get them to get these free goodies, we're gonna give you some spa products as well. And the more you share and the more people that you help join our Essential Life family, we will give you more goodies, more free doTERRA product. So you have 4 more days. You guys can do it. So keep sharing, keep living those oils, and yeah, we're excited for you guys. It's been a good month, BOGO month, and lots of goodies, lots of free stuff. So don't know what next month holds, but be sure to be on tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time for Beat Those Winter Blues. And if you are in the Grafton area, be sure to be here at 6 p.m. We'll probably go live at 7 p.m. for the workshop part. Maybe a little bit before that, we'll see. But we are excited to share all that, and we're excited to start traveling and meeting our team members and sharing and teaching with them. And I need to get this one some food before he falls over on Molly or myself. So have a wonderful Sunday afternoon, and thanks for listening, and thanks for being here and watching the replay as well. And yeah, supporting the Essential Life family. We appreciate all of you, right? Yeah. All right, we'll see you all next time, and have a great rest of your weekend. Stay warm, stay dry if it's raining, and enjoy those oils and those supplements. You ready? He is out of it. He's not even ready to say his phrase. He's done. All right. Hey, Amy, you'll have to watch the replay. So we will see you all later. Until next time, guys. Bye.